Hello and welcome back to beautiful Huntington Beach, California. It is the 2026 season on the AVP, and we are at our initial Heritage Series event. Huntington Beach, Surf City, California. The sun's out. It's Saturday. It is gorgeous, and we've got a phenomenal matchup for you on the women's side. In the winner's bracket, it is Melissa and Brandie out of Canada. Taryn and Kristen from the United States. Showdown number 21 between these two teams. My name is Rich Lamborn. Pleased to be joined by none other than Casey Patterson here all day long here from his old stomping grounds in Huntington Beach. Casey, what do we got in store for us here?
I mean, they're in Huntington. Do you need anything else? The AVP, Huntington Beach, it's all I ever dream about.
Absolutely. 21 matchups between these two teams internationally and domestically in the AVP League. Heritage Series events all over the globe. Brazil, Europe, wherever you like, and a 13-7 advantage for Brasher and Cruz. Formerly Cloth Nuss, then Brasher Nuss, and now Brasher and Cruz. Keeping us guessing on their last names, never keeping us guessing for what we're going to see out of them on the volleyball court, because it's just elite level stuff at all times as we see Taryn put that one away cross court for their first point of this match.
Yeah, this is a fun matchup because you got two teams with two incredible blockers that are super dynamic, great offense, and then two defenders that great side-out defenders, but also are able to scoop and read the game so well.
And that one finds a little piece of the end line for Brandie on two. Yeah, they are going a little blast from the past, so to speak. Brandie and Mel going back to working with Coach Marcio Ciccoli. With Rico the last few years into their silver medal performance in the Olympic Games, Paris, even last season. But he's here in Huntington Beach just with his new squad of Victoria and Tamala. And so Mel and Brandie stayed in the Brazilian coaching style, going back to their former coach, Marcio, who we know worked with none other than Misty and Carey. So
yeah, he's
lots
got
of accolades on his coaching resume, the head coach at Pepperdine University. His assistant, John Days, working with him with this squad as well.
Yeah, he's got to be around a lot of good teams. Doing something right for a long time.
Sneaking that one just under Taryn's arms, but Kristen's got it. Yeah. Third time's a charm for Brandie.
Just playing a little short court with each other, a little short court rally.
Now that is one of the many things that Taryn and Kristen are going to do to put pressure on their opponents, though, is keep rallies alive,
right.
extend, make you really have to work for those points.
Yeah, like there's not going to be a huge difference or a big run for either one of these teams. They're going to stay close the whole time because they've all got really good weapons and the ability to adapt in every aspect of the game.
Starting to get a little breezy as we get into the afternoon hours here in Huntington Beach. Got a little bit of a smaller stadium setup here, so less blockage on our stadium court of that wind. We'll see how that factors into not only the serving, but the service reception as well for all our players.
Yeah, it usually ends up being like a difference maker near the end of games when people get anxious and the wind kind of gets involved. And oof. Okay, nobody up.
Yeah, no problem detected there for Brandie Wilkerson with the wide open net.
Yeah, she's going to pull on me? Okay.
Casey is willing to license his "don't pull on me."
If only I licensed that. Dang it.
Oh, little short one finds the antenna.
Kind of searching for a jump serve right now. Interesting. I think usually when I have like a consistent wind, that's like the easiest thing for me to go get into a rhythm of my serve. I go face the wind, use it, and then move it around from there.
Nice swing there around the right side. Melissa Humana-Paredes. Yeah, it's a little bit different on the sand, right? We talk about that serve being kind of the only skill that you control start to finish, that closed loop motor skill.
Right.
But the wind can affect your toss. You know, it's not quite as cut and dried as it is inside on an indoor court. They're is a nice shot off the block from Kristen Cruz.
Yeah, on the beach, it's the only thing you completely control with elements that take it out of your control.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beach whittles down the things you can control to basically your attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Just be positive.
Oh, boy. Taryn just absolutely smothering that one.
Jeez.
That was on Mel's foot, I think, nanoseconds after it left her hand.
She just ate that alive like that bagel you just crushed in between sets.
Blowing me up here. Everyone thinks I eat a lot of vegetables.
AVP Beach Volleyball is more than a sport. It's an experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your gold membership today at avp.com.
The better of this great Canadian duo more often than not. 13-7 advantage in the head-to-head. There's a nice conversion.
Yeah. That's it. Going back to, like, Brandie's been searching for a serve, right? You could tell she was trying to find something there. Just roll it in. Give ourselves a chance. They convert. That builds confidence. Now she can slowly integrate a little more aggressive. Ooh. I think the wind's affecting the ball, again, just above this stadium. It's just like right where we're tossing. So I lead myself, and by the time I actually contact it, maybe it shifts more than I want it to. So I always toss it a little bit more into the wind, get it to hold.
That's easy pickings there defensively, Kristen. That set was a little bit off the net. Brandie with a nice dig. Oh, that one goes wide, yeah. Not out of bounds to use a gator against a team from Louisiana.
Right, it's actually appropriate. It's for you, girls. Boop. Yeah, both of these teams can play, I like to call big ball and small ball. They can play the shooting, carve the ball around, and they can also get up and hammer. So that's why they probably match up really well, right? Because they're the best teams in the world can play all different styles. These are two of those exact teams.
That was a look at the finesse game of Taryn Brasher. She can go to the whip and does quite often, but also has plenty of good touch.
Yeah.
And that finds the sideline for Mel, just sneaking that one by the right hand of Brasher at the net.
With the wind, too. That's the one where you want to make it's like always a little bit sketchy. You're like, ugh! You're hoping that you follow through just enough and that wind doesn't blow it out.
Yeah, and what's the key there? You have to be aggressive with your arm strength, right? There's the whip.
I think having the momentum of your body and approach going up to the ball as you're hitting that line shot and following through versus like on your way down and then maybe snapping it, that's the one you lose a little bit of control of.
Right. You get in the habit of trying to guide it rather than kind of snapping through it like you said. All right, so that service error gives the slight advantage as we hit the technical timeout to Mel and Brandie, 11-10. Midway through our opening set here. We'll take about 60 seconds, let the ladies consult their coaches. I don't know if we are blessed with the presence of Drew Hamilton here this weekend or not. I haven't seen him around. But John Days in the box with Mel and Brandie.
Well, I got my chance ready to go in case he's not here. I got my cut-off sweats at the shin, so I'll represent for him.
Okay. Unless they have the Jordan logo on them, they're not true Drew Hamilton.
That's right. I mean, throwback. I mean, how I wore black mesh Jordan shorts majority of my life under either if I was wearing pants and at all times in case I needed to go play ball at some point. I was ready at all times to play.
That was the T-Crabs. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like they are solo, so big ups to Drew wherever you are. Hopefully you're tuning in to watch your gals here. I assume that you are. They have perfected the art of consulting long distance with their coach and still dominating worldwide.
Yeah. That's a very valuable skill to have.
Nice run down from Mel. He's going to find the sideline.
Wow.
That little fall away jumper to the line side.
Great rundown.
Yeah, and that is
far away.
How Brandie affects the game, right? That shot from Kristen has to go so high to get over that Mel has time to run underneath it and scoop it up.
Right.
Nice little change up at the last minute from Taryn Brasher, slowing that one down to the away corner.
Yeah, wind's picking up more and more here.
As it tends to do here in the afternoon in Huntington Beach. I think we had a little bit of cloudiness in the forecast, but none detected here. It is blue skies, and it is beautiful here on Saturday afternoon. There's a good swing cross body on too. Brandie just darting that one off the sideline.
It's rad because she gets up so high, but she's also so patient and fluid, and her arm swing lets her wrap that. Usually I'm big and long, where she lets it drop and carves the ball so well.
There's a look at it from the service line. Taryn, good swing, but Mel's got to dig. Sky ball, free ball. Oh, good defensive effort from Mel and Brandie, but they can't corral that one. Really nicely placed up over the retreating Brandie Wilkerson by Taryn Brasher that time. Kind of speaks to the veteran nature of both of these teams. Not a tremendous amount of emotion from either side. They're just kind of going about their business. And that's going to be a point. Even there, getting the block.
Yeah, that's something you learn the more and more you play. It's like the energy management, right? Not only just the chemistry with you and your partner, but also like being able to manage like set or a match over time. Stay focused. I had to learn that the hard way, where I almost black out after screaming.
Well, I was going to say too, it's important to kind of stay true to and within yourself, right? If you're more of a verbal guy like you were, you got to stay true to that.
Yes.
Right? You don't want to kind of rein in what makes you you.
Right.
Too much, but you do want to be careful to not expend energy wastefully.
Yeah, you learn to be efficient with it.
Right, nice scoop there. Got touched on the block. Yeah, that is a look at the devastating ball control of Brasher and Cruz. On the free ball, Kristen just puts that right up on a platter, and Taryn does the rest.
I like to compare to a good heckler versus a bad heckler. I think when I was young, you're young, you're just full energy, and you're just yelling to yell. And that's like a heckler, just saying things to say things. And then there's the strategic, clever hecklers, and you're like, wow, that's so much better.
Yeah. Those are always the worst ones because, I already suffer from a crisis of self-esteem, so I don't need your help, sir.
Yeah. His calves are small. Look at his rear delts. They're little.
I saw a comedian one time respond to a heckler, hey, listen, you can't say anything to me that I haven't screamed at myself 6 inches away from the mirror.
Right. Yeah, that's so true.
That one does find the inside of the line. Taryn a little fall away.
Recognizing the pattern here with our service pressure. Both teams have served probably this like front third of the court. A little bit more, or like that halfway point to, short. No one's really mixed in deep serves or a different height rhythm.
Chance here for Kristen.
Oh, what a rundown.
What a rundown from Melissa. Tomahawk, Kristen. And that one is put away. A little extra pop on that to the corner. Kristen Cruz. What a time for it. That gives them the slight advantage.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since they've had their nose in front in this opening set.
Yeah, but that's the deadliness of these teams. They can be patient, and there's just trust that they're going to find a point when they need it. There we go. Deep serve.
Ooh. Yeah, that's, you know, in the intro, our MC, Mark Sherman, said you're going to see Brandie do some things that nobody else does, and that certainly is the case. Mostly that's a reference to the way she blocks the ball, but that play right there also kind of indicative of that.
Right.
The trajectory she's able to generate with her just incredible athleticism.
And her arm swing and how, like, smooth it is that she can get on her way up and float or hang and then hammer, and so it's really hard to get a read on her.
Indeed. 17-16, Taryn Brasher, serve. Go back to Mel. And she just wraps that one over the top. Nice little sort of show and take attempt, I think,
Yes.
from Taryn at the net there, but Mel not fooled.
Mel going to the well, down the line again. Just rhyming. Got to work on my rhyming content here.
Yeah. Mel to the well. That was crisply struck from Kristen Cruz. Melissa was right in
right there.
the right spot.
She's dug or been just touching every play so far. And I mean, that's huge for Brasher Cruz because they switch over to what is considered the bad side, because I know Canada's going to fight back here. It's a little wind in their advantage.
Again, just right over the top. Now, tremendous control on that shot. You've got to be so precise. Taryn is big at the net.
Yeah.
Talked about that kind of in reverse, how high Kristen's got to go with her shots to get around Brandie.
Right.
But the same applies when you're facing Taryn at the net. Oh, how about the touch right there, the little teardrop.
I mean, her ability to take a peek, jump, they pull, she's on her way down, and then still have really good touch. That's the hardest part, is when you're falling away from the ball because you have minimal time on it to still shape. She does it better than anyone I've seen.
Yeah.
Outside of the guy over here behind us, T-Crabs. You know what I mean?
T-Crabs. Oh, what a read. Get up now. Just going to have to shovel it over. A little Mike Dodd, maintain the advantage if you can. Nice pole dig, Taryn. Not yet. That is a little bit of a missed opportunity there, probably, if you're Taryn and Kristen. A couple of, by their standards anyways, ball control mistakes where those balls got a little too close to the net. You obviously would love to be at 2018 with all those opportunities you generated there.
Yeah, and that's where, like, again, Canada being on this good side with the win, that gives them a little advantage mentally, right, to be more aggressive back here.
I mean, phenomenal.
Jeez.
That's, again, a ball where she's not really jumping into that ball because the set's kind of blowing away from her a little bit.
Right.
And she's still able to carve that with such precision.
That's a ball that you usually have not the optimal contact on it because you're maybe looking too long, you're on your way down, falling.
Set point number one for Brasher and Cruz here, set number one. That is nicely done.
Nice shot.
By Melissa. Not thrown off by the pull attempt of Taryn Brasher.
Yeah, adorable. Nice try. This is where we got to find some magic here. Let's use this win. Let's generate an opportunity. A little short middle. Let me see.
All right, this is the prognostication section of the match. Nope.
Ooh, what a pull.
Turn and burn from Brandie.
Jumbo.
Okay. If she would have pulled off the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook shot to the corner, that would have been phenomenal.
That would have been so good. What a good pull, though. A good, like, pull and then continue to pursue. Usually you pull, you kind of stop after 2 or 3 steps, but the ability to keep going.
Very high level of difficulty on that attempt. They're going to work Melissa again to the ocean side. She's going to continue to find the range on that line.
She's like, well, if they're not going to get it, I'm going to keep doing it. Why would I go away from my line shot?
God, it is the correct decision again. 21 apiece. We'll see how the side change factors in as Taryn and Kristen now on the better of the two sides.
This is where it gets fun, though. This is the high-level gamesmanship, throwing in some different layer.
That one's going to sail. You can tell right off her hand that caught a little undercurrent.
Yeah.
So the Kristen Cruz now, set point number 3. They're just kind of trusting their block of defense to eventually get one. There's Kristen. Not yet. Really nice swing there from Melissa.
Yeah, like you said earlier, like, or the match before, like sometimes the teams, like you could just serve easy and trust that your defense is so good, but then you're not generating maybe the opportunities you're looking for. And so right now both teams are just kind of doing that. I feel like the one that takes a chance with their service pressure is going to end up winning.
Good tough float serve, but Taryn handles it well. Oh, Melissa, what a great dig. Kristen, perfect read. Not yet. That one's overcooked. Oh boy, yeah, that is no good.
I love that move by Melissa though, in that like bang bang play. She kind of like hesitates and then holds, and she knows that that cut is probably where she's going back to. I love that. Managing that time or manipulating on defense when you're at a disadvantage. You make a juke and hold.
Yeah, a couple phenomenal reads from Melissa and Kristen throughout that rally. Now another set point. That one's gonna just miss. Whew. That was a hold your breath moment there for a second.
That was so close.
Oh, Melissa kissed her bicep. I think good stuff is gonna happen here for her team.
Oh, here we go.
For her team. Anytime you pull out the Hulk Hogan bicep kiss, it's a harbinger of good things to come.
Say your prayers and eat your vegetables. Let's do this.
Eat your vitamins.
Your vitamins, that's right.
There you go. Here's an opportunity.
Oh,
and she does. The bicep kiss works immediately, and it's set point number 1 now for Brandie and Mel.
Listen, kids, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. I mean, Brandie hasn't got a block recently. This could be time.
Oh. One of the Chris Marlowe 7 deadly sins of serving. Set points are not the time to miss your serve. 24 apiece here in the opening set. That is a tough serve from Cruz. And that's going to sail long. Oh, there was indeed a touch. And a little bit of sass on that touch call.
Yeah. You better call it.
Yeah, there is immense respect between these two teams, but likely no love lost. You know, when you're playing against high-level competition and you've faced off now 21 times, you get a little sick and tired of seeing the same team across the net, especially when the teams are both as good as these two teams are.
Oh, a little slide serve.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
And a good one it is. There you go.
There it is.
Melissa and Brandie. The bicep kiss was the catalyst. And Melissa closing it out in style there. Set number 1, 26-24. We'll take a little bit of a timeout here between sets as the scoreboard and the players reset. We'll be back with you at the top of set 2 in just a moment.
That was new, and I am all about it. Look, it's not in, but you're in the lead so far. Here we go.
I think we don't start until.
Next. Oh, I feel good about this guy. He was all about himself. All right. All right, you're in the lead. It's in. It wasn't very high, but it's in. Come on, volunteer. Bye. I think we got 3 left. 3 more chances. Yes, sir, it's you. Yes, sir, it's you. Yes, sir, in the lead. Let's go. Not done yet. Oh, he's been doing this for a while. Yes. Yes! Ooh, that's pretty good. But I still think our last guy is in the lead, which means this is our final chance. And it's not even close! Where's my winner? Where's my guy? Yes, guy! All right. Take it home to Wilson. Prize back. Come here. Come here. Last minute entry. What's your name? Nabil, where are you from? I've left from Huntington Beach. He lives here in Huntington. Give it up for Nabil. Everybody taking home the Wilson Skywall contest. Yes, sir. Hello. Nice job, buddy. Well deserved. Well deserved. No drama in that one. No drama. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward.
All right, welcome back. We are ready for set number 2, the in-between game theatrics. Games have finished, and the ladies retake the sand. Even better news, I'm pleased to be joined by none other than the recently victorious T. Krabs. Taylor, thanks for sitting in with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, feel free to chime in on the chat. Taylor will be answering your questions for the rest of this match. We've got a good one brewing here. Melissa and Brandie stealing that opening set late, 26-24. We think, and Jay DeBillius, thanks for correcting me. He said the bicep kiss was superstar Billy Graham. I think everything bicep related I just attribute to Hulk Hogan, so that's my bad.
That's what I would say. Was someone out here doing a little bicep kiss?
No, I think she was wiping a little sweat, but it looked like a little bicep kiss, and we thought that was the catalyst to their victory. Good put away there. Brasher and Cruz open up an early lead. 2-0, not time to panic just yet.
Never panic, as my dad said.
Never panic. Okay, well, he has yet to face me on the pickleball court, so we'll see if we can induce a little panic when I get out there with Chris.
We've been trying to set that up for some time now.
Yeah, I'm waiting until he has to use a walker. Like to.
Could be any day now, sadly.
That was a little spinny, as was that dig, but all good. Great touch by Melissa there. Lost the visor. Another scoop on the option. A wide open net for Brandie. That is trouble. And that is point number 1 for the Canadians. Tremendous defensive effort there from Melissa. Keep that rally going. I like we've got a little dueling patriotism in our chat here. We've got Canadian fans, we've got USA fans.
I love it.
And we have Taylor's favorite band playing on the stadium speakers, Backstreet Boys.
No, I was more of an NSYNC kind
More
of
of
guy.
an NSYNC guy. You are kind of like a JT solo artist that breaks away from the band. Good goal shot there from Taryn Brasher. As Mark Sherman mentioned at the top of this match, Tay, the 21st meeting between these two teams. And Taryn and Kristen have a 13-7 win advantage over Mel and Brandie. Is there, I mean, you know, when you and your brother square off against one another, we talk about how many times that's happened and kind of what the record is and so forth. Does that ever factor into how you approach a team, kind of the history that you have with that team, or you just kind of go match to match?
Not really, but I actually, just before this tournament started, I was actually thinking about that and the amount of times I've played Trevor and also Phil and how many times those have gone to 3 and just how they're absolute battles every single time because we've played each other so much and because we know each other so well. That's just kind of what you have to prepare for when you play against, obviously, top teams in the world and repeatedly.
Yeah.
Just prepare for a battle.
So it doesn't necessarily change your tactics. You just know to expect a war because you both know each other so well.
Yeah, and they know that we know
That they
what they like to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So like even more so, our game plans switch continuously throughout the match more than other teams.
Right. Yeah, Kristen on that one. Melissa very successful with that line shot in the opening set. This one off the top of the tape just befuddles Brandie momentarily enough to earn the kill. 7-2 now. The advantage for Brasher and Cruz. Solid bounce back. All right, well, we've gotten a full WWE.
How about Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My favorite appearance of his, obviously, was when they brought out 225 and he just benched it about 68 times in the middle of the ring. It's just nothing to do with wrestling, just a reminder that he was jacked. There you go. Is it a big adjustment switching to international play?
I would say not a big adjustment, but there is an adjustment, right? It's a more physical game, and that's kind of what you saw if you were watching our match versus Qatar just before this. That's something we kind of came in with, is that we knew that we had to match them physically.
Right, right. And it's not that you're switching to international play. This is just sort of your reemergence. I have a question for you. Do you think as a broadcaster you should A, wear a shirt, B,
I didn't know they were going to be putting us on the air. Oh,
there you go. Taylor
bicep kisses.
That's right. Matzah's never looked so huge. Taylor Crabb, huge biceps, tiny nipples. His moniker. Good one here in set number 2 if you're a Brasher and Cruz fan. 7-2 is the advantage. Timeout complete for Mel and Brandie. And Taryn swatting, great chicken wing cover from Melissa. Another spear dig from Kristen. The fact that she put so much pop on that from way off the net. I mean, just making it so difficult. Mel and Brandie eventually earned the side out, but it was not easy. Somebody asked if you're actually 6 feet. I wonder if that means they think you're shorter or taller than that.
I think people usually think I'm taller.
Oh, usually think you're taller.
Yeah. People that are 6 feet come up to me and I'm taller than them and say, I'm 6 feet. I think you just lie about
Right. Yeah, I don't care what your dating profile says. Now, when you wore shoes to play in Chicago a few years back, were you 6'2"?
I was 6'2" after all the sand piled in there.
That's right, yeah. You were wearing lifts by the end of the day. Well, that one just misses the sideline. 4-8. It's interesting, kind of the ebbs and flows of a match, right? There was such intensity at the end of set 1. Taryn and Kristen get off to a good set here. We kind of settled into a little bit of a battle, it feels like. Not super emotional. Ooh. bit of a communication cross up there, perhaps, for Mel and Brandie. Just finding the campfire zone, Chris Marlowe like to call it.
Yeah, I think that just goes back to what I was saying about two great teams playing each other so much that, you know, there's going to be a battle. It's probably going to go to 3 sets. Just because you win the first doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, Taryn getting the big stuff there. She's elevated her game. Melissa was siding out at will in set number 1, it felt like. What is your second favorite sport after volleyball?
I would have to say basketball.
Basketball.
You know, I would actually say it was my first sport growing up. I probably put more time into basketball than volleyball until I was a junior, senior in high school.
Oh, wow. Yeah, for all of you kids that think you've got to be a specialist from the time you're 12 years old, not the case, says Taylor Graff. Look at that. Just misses. Maybe the wind pushed that just slightly long. It's not usually a shot that we see Kristen Cruz miss very frequently. Who's your favorite basketball player? Who was kind of your idol growing up?
My idol growing up was Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Another 6-foot player that I like to mimic my game after on the court.
Taylor's answer, the answer. True or false, you've played at Michael Jordan's golf course?
Absolutely true, because of you.
Well, not because of me, because of somebody I know. Good swat there, Brandie. And there's the range. No, that one misses as well. So the wind calibration not perfectly dialed just yet. Kristen Cruz. Still a 5-point advantage here, though, in set number 2 for Brasher and Cruz. It's breezy. That's,
you know, she's not missing the third one.
No. That's when you know things are windy, when Kristen Cruz is missing shots. That is not something that happens with any kind of regularity. Important little juncture here, I think, if you're Taryn and Kristen. Let off the hook, I think. I was going to say, you don't want to let yourselves squander the lead that you built. Sometimes it's easy to get complacent when you're up 5 or 6 and kind of allow teams to get back in. You don't want to let them up off the mat, so to speak. Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Who you got? I'm just kidding. I'm pretending I read that off the chat, but I just wanted to know.
That's a tough one, but you know I love Nate Diaz, so I'm going to have to go with him.
Okay. Placement on that serve from Brandie. A wonderful set, though. Nell's got it. Has to go. Nice swing cross body there, Taryn. So hard to play defense against her because she kind of sets you up with that hard cross court swing so often, and then everything to the line side just opens up. 13-8 is going to be the advantage at the midway point here. Set number 2, looking to push this to a third, Brasher and Cruz. Can you give us any tactical input into how you guys approach that Qatar match?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said earlier, the first thing was matching their physicality, especially from the service line. That's something actually we've been working on in our USA practices. Big focus has been serving. Matt Furbringer, our head coach, has me jump serving every time in practice to really start grooving that. And then Andy's lining up inside and taking most of the meat of the court because they're obviously a big swinging team, and making them want to use the sidelines, especially in this wind.
Love it. Now, when Matt Furbringer says jump serve every time, how does that differ from when, let's just hypothetically say, someone like me says, Taylor, you should jump serve for 5 straight years? And then, like, what's the
Well,
it's a credibility thing. Matt was a great player, so we tend to listen to his opinions.
I guess now with the centralized training, they have the ability to take away my funding, and you didn't, so.
It was the opposite. You had the ability to take away my funding.
It was very backwards before.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm glad we're moving in the right direction.
You're under his thumb a little bit. 9 serving 13 here. Nice little soft shot into the cross court. Taryn Brasher. No one's on it. Just the precision of the shot wins the day there on that particular play. Is there a mindset you get into if you're facing a deficit like this, 5 points kind of midway through a set? Or do you just kind of go, hey, we can only get one at a time anyway, so let's try and...
Yeah, I think especially in these conditions right now where it's super windy, that it's easier to go on runs from the service line. So the first thing is, one, believing that you guys can and trusting that you guys can, and that's something Andy and I obviously believe and trust in each other, is our block and D, and no matter what deficit we see ourselves in, is that we can believe that we can come back in it. 'Cause if you don't believe in it, then it's not going to happen.
Nice little knock to the line side corner. Brandie on 2. 10-15. Yeah, it has picked up from a wind standpoint. We're seeing fewer jump serves, I feel like, than we did in the first set. Nice touch. Yeah. Control there from Mel as well on the dig. Yeah, that's going to be an easy ball for Kristen. That's you heard maybe in the background Mark Sherman say it. Our boy Geeter likes to call it slicing und dicing. Kristen Cruz from the right side. What have been the top 3 things that you've enjoyed about your new partnership with Bennett thus far?
One, which I think is probably most important, is how well we get along with each other off the court.
Okay.
Obviously, we, as a partnership, we spend a lot of time with each other on the road and at practice. We have pretty similar personalities, so it always makes showing up to practices and games easier when you actually get along and want to be there with them.
Okay. So it's real similar to when you played with your brother. Really great shot there from Kristen Cruz.
I guess if today's opposite day. Right?
Today, yeah. It's bizarro crab. Yeah. Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is his professionalism, just how he shows up to practice, even to these AVPs where in the past we have scouting reports, but we don't really watch video because we know them so well. What a play.
Yeah, we got a good one going here. Chicken wing dig from Kristen. She's going to have a chance to convert a little low set. Brandie, nice play to keep that alive, and that one's going to go wide. So the chicken wing scoop turns into a winner.
But back to what I was saying is that no matter who we're playing, he wants to watch a video, he wants to have a solid game plan, and he's coming to win. So his competitiveness has been awesome to be around.
Nice. Kristen again. like we suspected, she wasn't going to keep missing for very long with those shots. 19-11 now as we are all but guaranteed to see a third set here. A little wrap off the top of the hands there from Brandie. You guys are watching video even on the AVP before all your matches?
Yeah, like our first match was against Tim and Ryan Iona, and we played against them in the AVP League qualifier the first round. So we went back and just watched that match.
What kind of things do you cue in on when you're watching video? Like what kind of resonates with you or helps your game as a defender?
Just going back to see what worked and what didn't work with our defense, what lineups were good, what moves, kind of my timing on defense, getting to my spot, whether it's early or shifting late or playing with their vision. I think watching your side out isn't that great because it's all dependent on the other side anyways, and what they did that game could be completely different.
So you much prefer to watch video of yourselves playing against a team rather than just kind of general video of a team playing against another team?
Yeah, I mean, if we have it, watching what we did against them is obviously, I think, more beneficial.
All right. Ace for Canada late here, sort of delaying the inevitable is what you would feel like it is here in this second set. Still a 5-point advantage for Brasher and Cruz, but anything is possible. The yet to be on Ozempic opera singer yet to sing in this one. And another one goes by the wayside. 16-20 now.
As my good friend would say, never say never.
Never
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Friend of the show. There's another one. So is this going to be the through line? There would be that Justin Bieber, also Canadian. Can Mel and Brandie channel their inner Bieber? What a layout there from Kristen Cruz. A chance to get within two here. I mean, that one does fall off the top of the tape. Almost exasperated a bit. Brandie goes, I can't believe we made all those plays for that to dribble over and close it out.
What a rally.
All right. Are you ready for some statistics, T-Crabs?
Let's hear it.
Record in AVP third sets, Canada 11-6 for a 65% win percentage. TKN 28-9, which is kind of shocking that they've gone three that many times, but they do have a 76% win rate. And head-to-head in third sets, TKN slight advantage, 6-5, even though they've won the last three. We will have to see. Our boy Kevin Barnett likes to say statistics are reflective rather than predictive. Right?
I like that.
Yeah, it tells us what has happened, but doesn't really necessarily predict what will happen. Much like when you and I roll in with, $5 grand and it's been black 6 times in a row, so we put it all on red, and then it goes black a 7th time in a row.
There's no way it can be black again.
It's mathematically impossible. And then the pit boss reminds us that we don't understand math, clearly. All right. This is kind of what you expect from these two teams. 11 of their 21 have gone to 3 sets. 11 of their 20, I guess. This would be 12 out of 21 now. So that's kind of what you think. Like, to your point earlier, teams that are familiar with one another, I think it's hard to beat any team in straight sets, right? Especially when you're evenly matched, as both of these teams certainly are. It's just that ongoing sort of chess game where you're doing something, I react well to it, and then you've got to react to the reaction. Round and round we go. Let's see what adjustments, if any, either of these teams make. Brandie and Mel made a nice push late in that second set to at least make the scoreboard look respectable. Good put away by Brandie on 2. I mean, this is always the case, but I tend to think even more so in third sets, execution is kind of the deciding factor.
Absolutely. Quicker set, only to 15. A couple errors and you're out of it.
Yeah, who can kind of make a play here or there, convert on a scoring opportunity. That was a crafty little shot from Kristen Cruz. Cuff down the line. Do you get any extra satisfaction when you do the little kind of roll shot that makes the blocker go doggy paddle?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. You're a twist the knife guy. Great touch there from Taryn. Keep it alive. Excellent stuff. Good awareness there from Brandie. It was going to be a tough ball for her to set. She just finds the open sand. Yeah, I love watching Kristen play defense because even when she's in motion, she's never off balance.
Right.
She's moving to her right in the middle of that rally and just has to kind of stop short. And she's never kind of over one leg too heavily.
Yeah, I think that's a big misconception is that you need to be stopped on defense.
Yeah, certainly on the beach, that is not correct, right?
Playing an elbow, I think.
Maybe. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that is, I think the look that Melissa just gave the officials was, that's like similar to asking your girlfriend what's wrong and she goes, nothing, I'm fine. And you know that the truth is it could not be further.
I've seen that look many times.
Yeah. We've all induced that look a few thousand times probably. There's a stuff from Taryn. Adding a little insult to injury there on back-to-back plays. Taryn with a big move into the angle. Got a little close. Brandie does a nice job to recycle it. And then, ooh, little shimmy in celebration there.
That was fantastic, Rich.
Good put away from Taryn. I like that, though, from Brandie going back to the jump serve. I think they need to really kind of step up their service pressure a little bit in this third set.
Yeah, I think if they can get that ball a little closer to that bad sideline, it'd be better for them, keeping them out of the middle and on the bad side.
Pass from Melissa on a tough serve. Ooh. Yeah, shut down at the net. Taryn all over that. I thought Brandie was going to take a whack at that. She tries to guide it up the sideline, and Taryn was ready. 6-3 now. I feel like this is kind of quintessential Brasher Cruz. They just kind of whittle away at you. don't really make very many mistakes on their side, but just keep chipping at you.
They do a good job of keeping the pressure on you. They don't make a ton of mistakes. They get the balls that they should, and they convert the ones that they should.
It's the way he flies, ice cold, no mistakes. Mel and Brandie on the good side now. Can they generate a little service pressure and get themselves back level here? That is a phenomenal set. Put away from Cruz and Brasher. Pick up Kristen. Oh my goodness. Thought that was going to fall on the sideline. It was just kind of a hold your breath moment for everybody. All right, it's Mel and Brandie after that play going to call a timeout, trailing by 4. Apologies, not responding as quickly as we might have otherwise to the chat. We had a little hiccup with our stream. It's interesting to me that I feel like Taryn and Kristen are similar to like Anders and Christian Sorum in a way, where they almost just use set number 1 as like a data collection, and then they take it all, aggregate it, and put it into practice for the rest of the match. Because it seems like for as great as they are, they find themselves in a lot of 3-setters.
Right. Yeah, they just have this ability to just crank up that dial right when they have all that data.
Do you feel responsible in any way for sort of the launch of them as a dominant force in the beach volleyball world from Gstaad 20?
It's all my fault, to be honest. I had a swing to, I guess, hold off their dominant run.
Right.
We're not going to say it would have never happened.
Yeah. Would have kept them at bay for another week at least. Great put away there from Mel as we get back to the action out of the timeout. Yeah. I mean, and let's be honest, if anybody was watching that was 2018 Gstaad, right? A
semifinals.
Falling backwards baby roll shot that clipped off the top of the net, and somehow Christian Sorum still came up with a dig. It was just an unbelievable shot from you, but an otherworldly dig from him. Nice put away there. Taryn Brasher on 2. Nice overhand dig there, Kristen. This is going to be tough. She's just going to have to shovel it over, but does a nice job keeping it deep. That one is going to find the sand in the cross court. Good communication, good execution from Melissa. 6-9 as we switch sides.
Love that swing into the wind.
So far in this set number 3.
Some educated fans there chiming in on our chat. Bruce and Schweiner, the world champions. Also data collectors. Andre retired kind of prematurely, you feel like. He was great. One of the smart guys. Oh, great stuff there, Brandie Wilkerson. Brandie and Mel would like to see about 3 or 4 more of those come their way. Brandie's certainly capable of getting blocks in bunches.
Yeah, I'd like to see Taryn stay aggressive during her side out.
That is a killer there. Especially if you feel like Brandie's on the cusp of maybe running off a couple, you hate to not give her the opportunity. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. At times, I think Taryn's so good that she can kind of move the ball around with a, I don't want to say minimal effort, but maybe less than maximal effort. And you wonder why she doesn't just hammer every single time. Because rarely, if ever, does she get stopped from doing that. What a great touch from Mel. She just can't quite curl it enough.
Good defense, better offense.
Yeah. And that, again, just the precision of that shot all the way to the sideline, because Mel, as you can see, was very, very close to getting that. Great dig, Kristen. Oh, that one's going to blow over the net. And Brandie into the net, trying to chase it. You see how the wind kind of impacting that play on both sides. Great defense from both defenders, Mel and Kristen, coming up with digs to extend that rally, and then the wind kind of rearing its ugly head. Blowing that set over the net. 12-8, Brasher Nuss.
What control on that tomahawk.
The control of the tomahawk is phenomenal. That one's going to sail. I love how ready Taryn is, though, to just hit the ball over on two at all times. I mean, they push the pace in transition so well. And I guess it's makes it easier, I guess, if you're Taryn. Every time you turn around, you know that it's likely the ball is up and coming somewhere near you. Scoop for Melissa. That was touched, however. There's the good heavy swing. Taryn Brasher for the put away. And that great run through set. Kristen Cruz as well.
Great pass.
Yeah, another just perfect execution defensively from Kristen Cruz. That one wiggles wide off the top of the tape, so it's going to be 5 match points for TKN. Gonna let the first one slip away, but they have not slowed down since that point. Kristen was there, just a rare miss off the left arm. They'll have 4 chances to side out for it and take their record to 14-7 head to head. 7-5 in 3 setters versus this team. Taryn, not yet. So it took them a couple tries to close out set number 2. That'd be the case here. Unfortunate news if you're Mel and Brandie, you're switching to the worst of the 2 sides from a serving standpoint. It is a little bit of the tougher side for Taryn to hit from if that's the way you like to serve. That ball will be kind of blowing away from her hand the whole time. And there you go, Brandie, big move into the cross court, getting the stuff. This is becoming a theme. Late points, Brandie and Mel. They still need 2, however.
I think if she can, I'd like her to go behind and use the wind to her advantage.
Yeah, good serve to pin Taryn to the sideline, though, and that is going to fall. 3rd time is a charm for Taryn and Kristen. They get the job done. 24-26, 21-17, 15-12. Another 3-set battle between the 4 Olympians out there. Mel and Brandie, silver medalists. Taryn and Kristen, Olympians as well in Paris. But now the distinct advantage in the head-to-head matchup between these 2 teams. They move on in the winner's bracket. We'll see a little bit more in the contenders bracket from Bell and Brandie. We'll look forward to that. T-Crabs, thank you for
Thanks
your
for having us.
insight, your response to the chat. Sorry for the little hiccup midway through.
Thank you guys for listening to the Taylor and Rich podcast.
That's right. Check us out on Spotify and all the spots you get your podcasts. We will be back momentarily with more men's action from the from the winners bracket is what I meant to say. It'll be Chase Budding Miles Evans facing off against Miles Partain and James Shaw, the new pairing. Check in with us in just about 15 minutes time. We'll see you then.